let's hear her tackle that.
I can very well imagine, but you know, the truth, I understand the seeming frustration that I can hear in that long question.
Yes.
But what happens, what I find out is that the truth is that our mode of instruction is deficient. Okay. We have to be able to sort out a happy medium. Now, for instance, abroad, you know, a lot of the education that you have abroad is very esoteric. You know, they are so much into the people's mindsets, the people's behavior, the people's emotions, you know, and things of that sort, you know, which is good. But then we also have to marry it with a proper instruction. But what happens is that over years, very many people who are teachers today really did not want to be teachers. Very many people who are teachers today, the reason why they became teachers was because their grades were not good enough. Okay. And so everybody now says, go off to teacher training college. You know, and then they go off to teacher training college, and the truth is that they are in a profession they don't really like, but they have to be in it because they don't have any more skills that can put them into a place that they feel that they would want to be.
Yes.
Remembering that truly the grass is always greener on the other side. Right. You know, so probably if they settled down and they were good teachers, then that would be, you know, that would be better. But I believe that if the teachers, the teaching pool that we have at present, if there can be a total mindset change, then that would be better for the whole country.
Do you, are you therefore saying, because a friend of mine made a statement recently and it stuck in my mind, and he said, look, our problem is not agriculture, it's farmers. Our problem is not education, it's teachers. Our problem is not security, it's police. Focus on the human beings, get the human beings right, and everything else will follow.
Yes, because that's why I talk about over 140 million Nigerians. That's the wealth that we have as a nation. The people. You know, and of course, you know that in any organization, the most important part of the organization are people. But, you know, we tend not to look after the people. We tend to think that, you know,
we tell them what to do. We ban them. We command them. We harass them.
And something like teachers, you know, something like teachers, everybody believes that they know exactly how to educate a child. Every parent comes in telling you how they want you to handle their own child. Everybody who comes off the street tells you that this is what you're supposed to be doing, whereas that's not really the case. And then another thing also is because of the culture of microwaves. We think that we can put the children in microwaves and get them out ready. Yes, they are done.
You mean
No, it doesn't.
But, you know, I mean, I need to ask because I'm not a teacher, but I don't want us to start blaming teachers.
No, that's what I said. We said
I know.
To help.
I'm not saying us. I'm not saying us, but right now I'm trying to talk to parents because there are a lot of parents that just say, "Yeah, what are they even teaching you in that school?" But what are the parents doing with the children when the children come back from school?
Which is what she was going on about the microwave effect.
Yes, because parents, that's another thing. You see, parents have a very high expectation. Those are the parents who do know, because I'm sure you know that the higher percentage of parents in Nigeria don't really have a say in what happens in their children's education, especially those who are unfortunate enough to be in, public schools.
Yes.
You know, there's absolutely nothing that is being done for the children. But in the private schools, you know, the parents believe that because they are paying, which I agree with them, you know, that they they can say very much about the education. However, I also know that by the time the children get home, a lot of parents do neglect their children's education. They are more interested in the things the children wear, in the TV, you know, the TV programs they watch. Do they have cable or don't they have cable? Are they going off to England for summer holidays and things? And so the one-on-one parenting that should be done at home is usually not done because both mother and father are out there looking for mega bucks.
You know, you just put your finger on one of my own biggest problems. Because I am ashamed of the fact that I have to put a child in private school. If we had the kind of public school that we need to have, I would like to put, because what I also like is a mixture of backgrounds. You mix it all. I worry about this elitism that I see in private schools now. You know, I mean, all the children are talking about, oh, you who went to London, who were all on the same plane, and they dress somehow. And I'm like, this is a whole community of human beings who do not interact with people from different backgrounds.
And they're becoming even more disconnected.
And they're becoming more and more disconnected from those people.
Well, I would like to say that in AMEC, Memorial College, we have children from all over, you know, different types of children. Interestingly, we have a lot of children. We do have some children who are from abroad. whose parents have sent them back to Nigeria to have an education in Nigeria.
Yes.
We also have children, you know, from our own catchment area, which is in the southwest, and so they're a bit far removed from. We were on the same plane together. Yes, and we are and we are down to earth. It's a family school. You have quite a number of families that are represented.
You know what I like? The fact that you're not even speaking with some strange accents. I mean, have you noticed how aside from the fact that they must get somebody who's not Nigerian, then everybody starts speaking
ones
funny.
That are Nigerians start speaking
funny.
No, I've spoken like this all my life, and I don't intend to change.
Thank you. So you try and get that kind of balance going.
Yes, we get that kind of balance because, of course, having spoken about accents, I would like for the children to be able to speak English properly. Because another
as
thing,
you do, I see you enunciate your words clearly, which is what it should be.
Yes, because the truth is, quite a number of Nigerians now, we speak English in such a way that the average Englishman wouldn't quite understand that we were speaking English. But that doesn't happen in our school. We are training them to speak.
Although I want the Chinese to understand me.
No,
I'm going to China. I want Mandarin Chinese. That's what's happening.
Yes.
I would like to ask a question because we talked about the level of education of the teachers themselves, as it were.
Yes.
In your school, do you have, would you say, higher level, or higher entry level for your teachers?
Well, teachers who are, teachers who really
actually want
to teach.
Yes, because that's another thing.